Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for a special Contento Now TV broadcast, offering a behind-the-scenes look at the journey into the light with a very special story. Samuel Zohar Yanai joins us for a series of conversations.
Hello.
Samuel. Also with us is Sabina Rafael.
Hello.
Sabina. Samuel, in a moment, will take a look at Sabina's amazing and enchanting story with its incredible before and after. But before that, what does a person need to feel? What does someone have to feel in their heart? To come to a point where they go, hey, I need to call someone who treats, using non-conventional methods, various dramatic events from one's life.
When things simply aren't going right or rationally in all aspects, not just in one area. When a stream flows, life itself flows. There are dramas, there are things that block you along the way. But the moment everything is stuck, what that means is there's something beyond nature here. Something that just doesn't add up. And when this disorder affects all aspects of life, you have to look at it a different way and take care of it, do something about it.
So it's a kind of overall collapse. Tell me, Sabina, in the moment before you turned to Samuel, if you were to look at the book of your life, look at the table of contents, what would be written there in the headline? What was missing for you? What disappointed you? What hurt you?
I want to tell you, it's not that you feel like something is missing. It's not that you feel you should have done something and just haven't gotten around to it yet. You don't feel anything. You don't feel like yourself because you don't have dreams. You don't feel what you want to do tomorrow morning. You don't feel like there's anything to do next month. You have no long-term plans. It's like you say, okay, I wake up, I go to sleep. That's it. It's over.
So you're saying you felt your feeling was that there was perhaps no future?
Yes, you wake up, go to sleep. That's it.
Was there any relationships? Any love in your life?
No, there actually wasn't. It had just ended right before I met Samuel.
Income?
I had no job. I wasn't working.
Money in the bank? Nothing?
Nothing at all.
A dream?
No. I reached a point where I just had nothing in my head.
So how did you meet Samuel? I mean, how did that connection happen? Did you go on social media? How did it happen?
I just went on Facebook and saw his ad. That's basically it.
Samuel's ad?
Right. And I said, well, what do I have to lose? I've lost everything, and I have nothing to fight for. So I tried. My mother was in the hospital, so I thought, if not for me, then for my family, or whatever's still possible.
Then, between you, what was the first thing you said or sent, if you remember, with the first click?
After the first hi, I told him of my distress.
Straight away.
You're not in a state to think and plan it out. It just simply comes out.
Samuel, when you get this message on your Facebook page, which is very active, full of stories, successes, and insights, what do you feel being on the receiving end?
I felt that somehow there was a girl with real potential and a truly special energy, but who was simply crying out, help me. Something is happening to my whole family in every aspect, and help me, give me a hand in some way, not necessarily with these words. It's not that she was begging, because she's a very strong woman, but you could really feel her distress. And really, in all honesty, I mean, looking back today, I really hit the nail on the head with that first impression.
So, if we consider the before and after, what we see now is the after with you here in front of us. But even the crew in the studio, when they saw your before and after, recognized that this was truly a transformation brought about by this interaction. Would you say the phrase breaking a spell fits?
That was part of it too, so you can say that.
And how did that feel like?
It started working so quickly that I didn't even have time to realize and connect that it was because of that. Things started falling into place, which is something that had never happened before. Certainly not for a long time before I started the process with Samuel. Things started moving forward, and then also internally you begin to feel that the heaviness is gone. You say, okay, today I'll do this, tomorrow I'll do that. You start planning things, you start thinking ahead.
A relationship?
It happened very quickly. I've now been in a relationship for almost 7 years.
You're kidding me. 7 years? Wow.
Things happened really quickly.
And work and livelihood?
We took on it step by step, yes. And that too is going great.
And today, you're an international makeup artist doing special effects in film productions, and there are all these amazing photos that we're seeing as you describe it. These characters, where are they from?
Characters that were in my head.
What do you mean?
I mean that when you're in a state of helplessness with a black hole in your mind, characters start running through it, like a never-ending stream of thoughts and emotions you can't fully grasp or control. Everyone has some kind of story running through their head, and these were the stories running through mine.
And Samuel, what is that? Some kind of demons?
Yes.
Do they really look like that?
There are, there are demons that are created as a result of consciousness from our imagination, from the things we generate in our mental and energetic karma. And there are demons that are physical, that are visible, meaning like that in the spiritual dimension. Yes, that were created by others or by negative energies.
And what did you do?
It's not just something you see in movies. It comes from the consciousness of many people, many producers. So where does it come from? What is that thought that drives this creation, that brings it out for all kinds of great producers?
Absolutely. Hollywood is full of movies and television shows where these characters are reaching millions of viewers and fans.
Now, when I see her work, there are times she posts a picture on Facebook, and I remember when I broke the spell, and I saw things during that energetic process, and these pictures make me think, oops, here we go again. And it's like I'm just really sitting at home, really alone with myself, in shock, in trauma.
But this time, Sabina is managing it and handling it, meaning this time you're in control.
She gives it expression through her hands. She releases it, a bit unconsciously. It passed through her hands, and she's an artist. She's a creator. She's a painter. She's a sculptor. A sculptor, and you see the kind of expression she gives it in the figures she creates, and you say, wow.
And when you hear and see the process you're going through with the help of Samuel, is there something you'd like to say to him?
I think that if I hadn't met him at that stage of my life, I don't think I would have lasted much longer.
What do you mean exactly?
Because these are things that you... sorry, hold on. Just a second. Can we stop?
Okay, relax. Calm down, don't worry. We're with you. You can take your hands away.
Just one moment, please. Just a second.
Okay, we're with you.
I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad it's over.
Absolutely. Indeed. Rarely do people say thank you with such few and simple words and so much emotion, like you just did to Samuel.
I try to tell him every time I talk to him, but it doesn't come through.
Yes, no words.
It's okay.
Everything is fine and there is nothing to worry about. All is well and functioning smoothly.
I went through it. Now it's fully under control. Samuel is alert. He's with me. He said he won't leave me.
I know for sure that we truly share a story that goes back entire lifetimes, reincarnations. When I spoke to her back then, I completely recognized her soul. I told her this several times in words, and she beautifully expressed it with her hands. And we meet again in this incarnation, and I know we will continue as a spiritual family, even in the next incarnation and the next incarnations.
Samuel Zohar Yanai, Sabina Rafael. It was very, very moving.
Thank you.
To see you together like this, as they say, years after the energy was removed.
Yes.
That energy. If you also feel that something rotten is hanging in the air, multidimensional, happening, and that there is an experience of being stuck, Samuel Zohar Yanai, we'd be happy to listen and do that special thing you saw happening. So thank you very much for joining us in our studio. Thank you.